Can you believe we're almost at the end of 2017? I mean, think of all the wrestling we've seen this year and where on earth did the time go? But before we do rocket into 2018, we do have to go through a couple more episodes of Raw, and more importantly for this video, a couple more episodes of SmackDown, including one that went down last night. My name is Simon Miller, this is What Culture, and it's time to up some downs for SmackDown. The show started off with the fallout from all the hoopla between Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon from Clash of Champions. And to be honest with you, I'm really impressed that WWE has kept this story interesting for as long as it has. Getting up. Nothing specific happened here other than the fact that two did go back and forth talking about what did happen at the pay-per-view, what should be done now, and that there's clearly tension between the two of them. And believe you me, there was tension there was atmosphere. This felt quite electric, it felt quite exciting. It culminated with McMahon hinting that he was going to fire Daniel Bryan, but then changing his mind, saying that he should have a good time at tonight's show. And they shook hands, and let me tell you this, there were some awesome lines in here too. For starters, Bryan went into the whole best for business thing that had screwed him over a few years ago and said to Shane, we can't go down that path again, because look what it did to me. And he also looked straight in Shane's face and said, look man, you're becoming a bit like Mr. McMahon, maybe you don't want to do that. The only thing I don't get is where we're building to, because on paper this looks like it's going to be Daniel Bryan versus Shane McMahon at WrestleMania 34. But how is that going to happen, given concussions and medical stuff, and the fact WWE made Bryan retire a few years ago? I mean, I don't know about you, but if that doesn't happen now, I'm going to be a bit disappointed, because that's the vibe I'm getting here. Anyway, this is still the best storyline WWE has done in ages, and I'm intrigued to see where it's going to go. I imagine it's going to blow up eventually, and something big going to happen. It's going to be quite fun. So, good start. SmackDown there, coming out, throwing punches in your face. What am I talking about? I'm very tired, I'm a bit ill, so I'm tight. Let's move on. I am going to give it up to the non-title tag team match between Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin, who did indeed beat the Usos, but I'm a little bit confused because, the Usos lost. So what's happening with the tag team title scene? I mean, it was good to see Gable and Benjamin get a victory, because sometimes it does seem like they're treated like a joke on SmackDown. But is that what's happening now? We're going to get the Usos versus Gable and Benjamin? And surely if they won the non-title match, it means the Usos will retain when they have that match. So it's all a bit pointless. But I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, decent match. It just kind of existed. I'm really not a fan of how WWE is treating the first ever Women's Royal Rumble though, and I know I'm going to get some heat for that, but what you're going to do. But because of that, I got to give everything that happened here a down. Firstly, we had yet more underlining that the first ever Women's Rumble match is an historic event. But here's the thing, if it is an historic event, you don't have to keep telling me that it's a historic event. The fact that it is a historic event means I'm just going to know because I realise I'm watching a historic event. Hashtag historic event. You don't need to oversell it because the moment in itself is enough to capture that vibe, and yet now within 2 shows, WWE are ramming it so hard down my throat, it does get a bit irksome. It irks me. Just let it be a thing and tie it into a story, tie it into the narrative, and let it build instead of coming out and just throwing it right in my face to the point it's clearly obvious what you're trying to do. Then Naomi came out and she said she was going to enter the Royal Rumble, and that's cool. I hope you do well in that, Naomi. And then we had a tag match between Charlotte and Naomi versus the Riot Squad, and guess what happened? That's right, the Riot Squad lost. Down. Less than 5 minutes this went, and it was a clean loss. So that's it. This dominant group called the Riot Squad, who came rocking into SmackDown with fire, lasted 3 weeks, whatever it was. 3 weeks, and now they're losing clean. Oh yeah, I'm real scared of you. Everything got better after this though, because clearly before SmackDown, Rusev, Aiden English and the New Day got together and said to each other, how dumb do you think you can be? The answer was very dumb, and the results were spectacular. Massive up. Had the New Day dressed up like idiots, Aiden English was a snowman, and Rusev was Santa. Not only that, when Rusev walked into the picture, he pulled his beard down and went, it's me, Rusev. And I thought I was going to die from laughter. And it had Big E shoving pancakes into people's mouth, Aiden English singing, and Rusev being so happy with his Rusev Day t-shirt. Well, it was just awesome. The whole of this segment may be the best thing I've ever seen in my damn life. And then Rusev attacked the pancakes and started laughing like Santa, and Big E got really mad. This may have been the most stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life, but it was also, well, it was just wonderful. It was absolutely wonderful. 10 out of 10. The best thing that's happened on WWE TV since 1402. We all know what happened in 1402. Massive up, biggest up, best up, just awesome. Now, I don't actually want to give this segment a down, but given that the crowd didn't react to it at all, and that kind of took away the lackluster, I have to give it a down because it didn't work in the arena, it doesn't translate to the home television viewer, and that was me, and that's where we got to. But Dolph Ziggler came out to celebrate his US title win, did indeed go through his accolades in the past, and said, hey, I think I'm underrated, and I don't think I'm appreciated enough, which is probably true, given when you think what he's done. And then he laid the US title down in the ring, and he walked away, as if that was it. He was gone. going to go do something else. I'm not sure what that means or if it's good for Dolph or the US title, but like I say, there was a spark of interest here, but the fans didn't give two hoots, and therefore the whole thing fell flat. This did have some intrigue to it though, so I kind of want to see where it's going to go. I just hope people start to care. A short but important backstage segment followed as Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn did thank Daniel Bryan for everything he'd done for them at Clash of the Champions. This helped add to that story, and it's an up. The point of it all, at least what I took away from it, is that no, Daniel Bryan wasn't helping them for the sake of helping them, he was doing what was right. He turned down their offer for celebratory champagne, and he said if they didn't stop mucking around, he'd find them himself. Now maybe, just maybe, it's all a ruse, and when we do get our big reveal, it is going to turn out they were all in cahoots. But who knows, the point of all of this is that all the little pieces are fitting together like a perfect jigsaw puzzle. As long as the payoff is good and makes us happy that we invested all this time in it, then it's going to be great all round. It's going to be like the Fonz, and that's happy days. And then it was highlight number 2 of the evening, as Aiden English and Rusev did indeed have a match against the New Day, and this may have been even sillier than the segment earlier in the night, but of course that meant it was brilliant too. It gets an up. There was more pancakes, Rusev Day pants, more Santa related goods, whipped cream. They all still had their costumes on from earlier, and again it was all so absurd I couldn't help but sit there and just smile the whole way through it and think, this is what I like from wrestling. I'm an idiot and I enjoy it when other people are an idiot too. It also just completely reaffirmed that I do believe Rusev is the best thing to happen in WWE in years. And I know I say that all the time, but he can do anything. No matter what you give him, he can make it work. He's just brilliant. Let's put all the money and power behind Rusev and turn him into the world champ for the next 77 years. New Day won after a springboard elbow onto Aiden English, but for once, wins and losses didn't matter here because this was just meant to be fun, and it was damn fun. And I'm sure some people rolled their eyes at this, but just enjoy it for what it is, man. It was ridiculous, and sometimes that's what we need, to just remember that who cares about all the problems we've got, let's just enjoy ourselves. They succeeded here, they achieved, and I just want to say thank you to New Day, thank you to Aiden English, and of course, thank you to Rusev. Happy Rusev Day. Which did indeed bring us to the main event, and the only word that springs to mind is acceptable. So it's an up. It was just a basic 6-man between Nakamura, Orton and Styles going against Jinder Mahal, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. The good guys won and they sent the people home happy. Nakamura hit the Kinshasa for the win on Sami Zayn, and that was kind of it. I guess this happened because WWE is still trying to figure out what's next for the WWE title scene. That's alright. Just light it up again in 2018. And all things considered, given that it is late December when WWE does seem to shut down, this was fine, ticked all the boxes. I mean, yeah, it was what it was. So another decent episode SmackDown that did heavily revolve on the Shane McMahon, Daniel Bryan stuff. It was still entertaining, mostly because of everything done with Rusev, New Day, and Aiden English. So yeah, it was all right. And I tell you, especially when we get towards the end of the year, man, do I prefer it when we have a 2-hour show. One day, let's hope Raw goes back to that. Now don't forget to leave a comment below and let us know what you thought about last night's SmackDown. Like, share and subscribe. Go on Twitter and find What Culture on there, What Culture WWE, and give them a follow. And then go to whatculture.com and read some articles with your eyes. What else are you going to do on a Wednesday? My name is Simon from What Culture, and you'll be seeing me again soon. And remember this, I love you.
Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe below, and if you're looking for more content like this, then try a few things that are floating about around my ears. It might be fun. I can't promise it though, but it might be.